Black Label for World Titles. My name is Santana. This is Santana's Black Label, and this is my story. It all started with a dream. I think one of the things that I think about is just how every individual, they want to live a better life. They want to live with a purpose. I had made my life as a career manager, and I had some really great role models along the way. But I also had some really great lessons on what I did not want to become on that journey as I was getting there. I had seen some guys married to their careers and managers who spent more time in the air traveling than at home with their families. I knew that although the pay was great, that's not where I wanted to end up. The thing that really turned the dial for me was that one day, my daughter was about 6 at the time. She came into my home office and she basically said that she was sad because I had spent more time in front of that laptop than with her, and that she was pretty certain that we would never ever go to the park again. Well, I gotta tell you, that killed me. I knew right then and there that I had to make a decision, I had to make a change. Now, I'll let you know this, that at that time I was being groomed for a VP position for the company I was in, and even if I had not taken that particular job, I would have ended up a VP somewhere. So that night that my daughter broke my heart, I just prayed. And I said, Lord, I know that you want me to support my family. I know you want to give me joy, and I know those things are not exclusive of the other. So I said this, give me a career path that will allow me to do both and spend a lot more time with my family. Well, it was about 2 weeks after that prayer that literally in the middle of the night, I had a dream, and it said, you need to be doing jerky. I'll give you some background. I knew about jerky, but to be honest, I wasn't really into it. As an avid big game hunter, the processors would even ask me if I wanted to take some of my meat and turn it into jerky, and I just said no all the time. I wouldn't even buy it in stores. I just wasn't into it. So I say that because I had no idea before the dream how to make it, what to make it in, or even the process involved. In that dream, not only did it direct me to making jerky, but it also showed me the unique process that we still use today. Making a thin cut jerky with 100% pure Angus beef, and yet it isn't dry, hard, or crispy. Super easy to eat, much like a high-end steak. So also the type of spices we were to use was in that dream, and the type of machines we were to use, I remember from the dream. Until that dream, I was literally clueless on how to even begin. I started with about 5 pounds of Angus beef. And, really to be honest, our cut is proprietary. But I did exactly what I remember in my dream, and before I knew it, I was making jerky for a medical office week over week, selling out. We were invited to a gourmet food show in southern New Mexico, and it turned out we were going to compete with a national jerky brand. Someone that I had been seeing their jerky brand since I was a kid. I still remember my dad saying, now son, don't be disappointed if you don't do as well. I laugh about it now, and I think to myself, I'm gonna remind him about it. Anyway, we set up on a Saturday, and before we knew it, 7 hours later, we had sold every single bag of jerky that we had. Really? That was our genesis. I drove back to Arizona, and at that time I knew exactly what I was going to do. I was going to quit my job as a regional manager, and this would be the career path I had prayed about. Little did I know that only 2 weeks after my dream and quitting a 6-figure salary job, my entire life, my entire family, every stinking dollar that I would ever make would be dependent on this new jerky company, Santana's Black Label. I was in for one hell of a bull ride.
On the next episode of Santana's Black Label.
What they're doing is they're tricking the consumer into thinking they're eating something healthy when it's quite the opposite. Really, to be frank, I was done reading all of the labels, dodging all of the high sugars.